Hello everyone and welcome to week 3 together. So hopefully this brief video will help you understand the module for the week. Just to explain what I'm actually using again here, I'm actually doing a screencast. We're going to do this again together, how to actually make your own screencast. I know I did one in class quickly. This is actually a little more sophisticated. I'm using a program called Camtasia. I have my microphone with me, which is actually a nice microphone. Here it is. Okay. And I have a webcam attached to my laptop, so you can see me, you can hear me better hopefully, and I'm also recording what I'm doing on the screen so you can also see what's happening there as well. Great tool to model directions, anything you want to do for your own students. But we'll get to that starting actually next week. So here we go. Here are the expectations for the week. You're going to read the articles and websites containing the Module 2 folder on Google Apps for Education. I know this looks the same as last week, but let me explain this a little bit. You go back to our course here. Here's the main course, and I place this action sheet in the folder as well. We're going to go back to Module 2, and if I go to the Module 2 folder, at the bottom, I know you already read through some of the things this for week 2. Okay, some of these are all the same thing, like integrating Google Drive, best way to use Google Apps in the classroom, fine. But we're looking a little more this week on some of the collaborative tools like Hangouts, Spaces, how to use Dropbox as a killer collaborative tool. And I also add this other article by Anderson from a book on online learning, developing team skills to accomplish online projects. So definitely consider this one as well in your posts, okay? Really, really important one. Go back to the action sheet. So that's all in the Module 2 folder. We're also going to watch some videos on getting to know slides and getting to know sheets and forms. So these are links right to the video. Remember, I also placed this Google Doc in the Module 2 folder. This is a great reference sheet. Please copy it. Please save it to your own Google Drive. If you don't know how to actually do that, if you go to File, Make a Copy, it will put a copy of this in your own drive. You can put it in a folder so you always have this, because I always update this sheet. This is something that we do for my ed tech program, obviously. But again, these are great examples of how to use Drive, how to use Docs. We did this last week. These are my own examples that I went over, right? But now I have using slides. Oftentimes I might use a presentation slide as a template. This is a great template for students to actually use. If I want to do a presentation, oftentimes I might actually kind of lay out what I want on each slide. This is a great one when you first start using presentations with your students. Sometimes you really want to guide them carefully. So this is an example of what I might ask them to do. PERSIA is an acronym for political, economic, religious, social, intellectual, artistic. We do this a lot in AP World. So they did presentations about the Chinese dynasties based upon those Persia elements. Okay. I'll stop that one. It's a little slow today. And then there's some student examples of presentations and a great site called Slide Carnival where you can download a lot of templates for Google Slides. Okay. Then how to use forms and sheets. And for this week, for forms, I often use forms to create rubrics. All right, and I kind of go over that in the video, where these are actual rubrics that I created using sheets. Okay, using forms. Now, unfortunately, I made the video. These are some of the old form layouts, but you're going to see there's a new form layout, which is even easier to use. But I made a rubric right in here using Google Forms. So I want you to sort of experiment with that as you play around with these tools this week. Okay, so this is a great sheet to look at. All right, so you're going to watch those 2 videos, and here's the prompt for the week. Again, go back to Google Apps for Education. So this is a similar prompt from last week, but I want to focus more, how would you use slides, how would you use forms with your own students in social studies classroom. And then this is sort of an addition to the prompt. Also, we're exploring some of the online collaborative tools like Wikis, iBooks, Google Docs especially. I didn't really add much about Wikis and iBooks in this prompt, but Google Hangouts, Dropbox, and others. And especially the Anderson article, what are some essential strategies for working online? Okay, so that's all found in, you're going to post that to the week 3 discussion. Again, that week 3 discussion is still in Module 2, but I added here. There's the discussion. Okay, and again, as I mentioned, please add APA references and citations within your post and at the end of your post. Okay, full citations. All right, and that's by Thursday. Now by the following Sunday, you're going to now create your own Google slide presentation. I want you to use it as, how would you use it to either teach content? Would it be a presentation where you might give a mini lecture? Or would you actually use it as a presentation to teach a particular skill to your students? I want you to share the presentation with at least 2 people in the course, including me. And then you're going to post a link to your presentation in the week 3 discussion. So I know you're posting in here, then you're going to go back to your initial discussion prompt, and you're going to reply to your discussion with the link to your slide presentation. Okay, we did the same thing in week 2. And then you're also going to create a Google form that you can maybe use as a rubric or as an assessment tool for your students. And this time post a link to your form as a reply to your post. But again, this is a little bit different. The link should be the actual live link. So if we click on your form, we can actually fill it out. We don't want to edit your form. We actually want to pretend that we're the student or we're the teacher. We're filling that form out. Okay? And then you're going to reply to other students' initial posts. Okay? So that's kind of what we're doing this week together. And again, everything's here for you. Back to the Module 2 folder. And again, if you ever want to see how I'm going to score your rubrics on those slides and those forms at the bottom of the in the bottom of the module, just acting a little slow here. Sorry about that. These are just really more for me again. At the bottom of the module is the week 3 deliverable. And basically here's where I'm going to grade your forms and slides and how you shared it, and there's the rubric that I'm going to be basing it upon, okay? So everything's there for you. If you have any questions, obviously please let me know, and have a wonderful week. All right, take care. Bye-bye.